One more best of 3 to go today, and it is one full of spice. EG may be out of it, but 100 Thieves are going to have a point to prove with Chet by their side. This is the game you've been waiting for. This is the game that should be and potentially is a banger. But to discuss all of this from start to finish, I've got Potter and Vendetta with me. First of all, guys, this is one that I've been waiting for quite a long time. I just wish there was slightly more to it with EG not being out already.
Yeah, no, I mean, historically, this is a rivalry that's been extremely fun to watch, not just because of its close games, because it has had a bit of a, topsy-turvy kind of shift in who's actually winning out. For the longest time, 100 Thieves just straight up couldn't beat EG. Then that started turning around. Obviously, remember the win they had in Katowice and whatnot, and from that point on, it's been kind of 100 Thieves' playground whenever they've gone up against each other. But there's no doubt there's, a little bit of history between the teams now that's kind of just been added on as well with Imapet becoming 100 Thieves' coach.
Yeah, it's been thrown out there, right? And now we have a good thing to look at in the terms of EG really just even getting a win here. It's going to be something that boosts their confidence for the rest of play, because I saw some tweets going out. I think Foreign made a tweet about the fact that he doesn't want to see Mouse Sports or a team like EG and stuff who are struggling right now in this online scenario make a change too early, because they need to at least give themselves a chance at LAN, because this online environment, like we know, it's still wild. And would you agree with that sentiment, Potter?
Yeah, I think so. And it's just that same sentiment, right? The grass, it's not always greener on the other side, but You're right. I mean, this EG squad, they definitely look like a shadow of their former selves. I mean, in 2019, we couldn't stop talking about the mechanical ceiling and how much better can Breeze actually get, right? And he's just such a superstar on this squad, but it just seems like this EG squad, they've been struggling with having their superstars show up all at the same time. I mean, when Breeze is hitting all his shots, it seems like Cirque, he kind of turtles up and he doesn't show up. And if it's not Cirque, it's Ethan, right? So it's a struggling individual performing EG, and also the game plan. Stanislaw, he's getting the clutch rounds, but then the rounds, they just don't seem to fall together at the end of the day. So EG, they've got to show us something different, and they've got to show us something better today.
And this is the thing, right? When EG needs to show us something better, like you were just mentioning there, we've seen each individual, including Stan, have incredible games, but it's not coming together at the same way. And we got to keep coming back to this synergy. We looked at this dynamic duo of Breeze and Ethan being so key. Cirque was always Mr. Reliable with the AWP. He had such a standout year last year with many solid plays for it. And then we just can't seem to get all the pieces moving together. Now, even Tarek said, right, we just need to pray a bit more. The practice certainly is going well, but again, it's the practice they're able to get is not to the standard and the level that these guys are used to. And 100 Thieves is a huge rival for these guys, so hopefully there's some extra motivation, something clicks, and we see these guys turn around. But I don't know, I'm feeling very scared for EG right now, because 100 Thieves, just each game, they look better and better and better.
I mean, now they're even using VOD reviews, right? So apparently, a team that's been to those heights haven't necessarily been doing the most basic and fundamental things when it comes to preparation, which is, I guess, pretty terrifying, because that means that their, potential to actually elevate their game as well is what should be ridiculous, right? Because now you actually have this sort of good idea as to what your opponent is doing at any given time. So I'm really excited to see that. But this is definitely something. Even though EG can't make it out of a group, it feels like a bit of a must-win for them, just because they haven't really had anything to hang their hats on for a while. You mentioned the fact that, usually you had that reliable trio in Cirque, Ethan, and Breeze, and I think for the better part of 6+ months, Ethan has looked like a not even mediocre player at pro level. He's been just straight up not good. And I don't know what that comes of. Again, like, he was one of these young talents from NA that actually just skyrocketed, especially under the tutelage of Davs. Seemingly had no stop to him. Like, he was one of the very, very big reasons to why Energy eventually became EG. Like, that wouldn't happen if you didn't have an Ethan playing to the level he did. So I can't understand what's happened and how he's had just a complete halt. It's not like just like a slow stop, it's just a complete halt.
Well, let's find out from EG themselves what they've been able to figure out ahead of this game, because I'm sure there's going to be some spice in this video as well.
We used to have a good track record against 100 Thieves online and on LAN. I think they just started to get the hang of us. I mean, they even beat us on LAN the last time we faced each other at Katowice. We're all playing better individually and are playing better as a team, and I think that's why they're having so much success against us right now.
Yeah, and there's only so long you can hang out up there if you're Cirque, before things start to get a little off. Oh, Maddie's gonna actually take down Gratisfaction. Hello, Liaz also take out Jacob. It's a third. Oh my goodness, what a shot!
That's unbelievable.
Holy smokes, he single-handedly stopped this 100 Thieves side outside.
Preparing for the rematch, we're just focusing on ourselves and trying to adjust to the new things Zeus is bringing to the team. Last time we got to play them, we still hadn't implemented many things with Zeus yet. I think it's definitely harder to add stuff online since we're not next to one another like LAN, but I think we did the best we can, and I think we're more prepared this time. I don't think we see ourselves as the favorite, as of right now at least, just because we've been sucking in officials as of late, but I think if we can get back to our level, it'll be hard for them to beat us.
Very interesting there. If we'd spoken to this lineup literally beginning of this year, it would have been, yeah, going to this matchup, we're 100% the favorites. But even now, they're doubting themselves because of the official results they've had here. I'm still saying, like, the mentality side of things, I really hope it's stronger than what he's giving us in the honest video.
I'm not really sure you can expect that. Again, yeah, EG were a team that could go into this matchup without feeling any sort of pressure because 100 Thieves seemingly didn't understand how to win versus EG, and that's completely shifted now. And if you then add to the fact that you don't have individuals playing to the same kind of level, the fact that Cirque isn't necessarily popping off as often as he used to, Ethan isn't necessarily having these game-winning games, then yeah, you're in for a bit of trouble because, again, even though 100 Thieves might have hit a bit of a snag in terms of how they've progressed, etc. after Berlin, for example, they're still playing well. It's not like they've completely lost their identity and forgotten how to play at times. They're still churning out results on a pretty steady pace. So yeah, I'm happy to see that they have an honest opinion about it, and I think this is just kind of reality hitting them in the face.
A reality check indeed. And let's get on to looking at 100 Thieves, right? Because their games that we've seen, yesterday's game, a straight 2-0, that domination we saw in Mirage, and it's like we're looking at a very different team here because we always spoke about JKS being the successful piece of this, but look, we saw Gratz come online, we saw Liaz really starting to step up, and they are thriving right now. And how much it is to do with how much Chet's been involved, we're not sure yet because it's only been a few games, but improving their map pool already, that's a huge positive.
Oh, for sure. And I think that confidence factor that Chet brings to these guys, just letting them know, hey, I know you don't play overpass, but just trust me. Just trust me on this one. Let's bust it out and we'll get a W. So, I mean, that sort of confidence to just lean for these 100 Thieves guys to get them over the edge, I think that's exactly what they needed, because you're right. I mean, James, we talked about JKS being that star quality on this 100 Thieves lineup, but we couldn't really say that consistently about Liaz and Gratisfaction and JKM, but these three heavy hitters showed up last series, and I gotta say, man, it's nice to see 100 Thieves with not just JKS at the top of the leaderboards.
And one thing is with this lineup, right, they've now been together for quite some time. They're very quick to understand that, okay, changing the roster is not exactly going to guarantee success that we see so many teams make the big mistake of. They've stuck with this core now. They know what's working. And adding Chet seems to be just this final piece, right, to give them maybe the missing ingredients of what they needed here. But my thing here for 100 Thieves is we spoke to, JKS yesterday? He really wasn't even that bothered about his game. He's like, for us, doesn't really matter, just another game to play here. But you know what, if he's feeling that relaxed going into it, they know they've already qualified as well. I think that's when you're going to really see them just step up to a whole nother level.
It can very well be, right? Like no pressure necessarily weighing you down in that sense, being able to play freely, even, potentially just trying stuff that you've been working on in practice, but you necessarily don't feel 100% about in any other scenario. That's something you can bust out now and everything. If you want to play overpass again, just have at it. It seems it seems like Chet might be, a kind of an overpass whisperer. If you think back to the NRG teams, right? They were fantastic on overpass for a long time, and so were EG with Daps. NRG as long as they had Daps in the lineup, right? There was something about that map that they just felt so secure on, and we saw gradually as the lineup changes and everything happened, overpass became a no-go map. But I think if Chet, is able to pass on his wisdom from from that team onto 100 Thieves, and yeah, they could become a really, really scary 100 overpass team.
And one thing I want to give a lot of credit to Azza here, right? This man has been grinding CS for so long. They were at the bottom of NA, not being able to achieve results, struggling time and time again. And now he's managed to stick it out, hold on to this lineup, and create such amount of success. And for me, that's just impressive, and we don't see that often.
Oh, it's so impressive. And it's not that Azure has the most kills or has the most beautiful clips, but the impact that he provides. Yesterday, we spoke a little bit about it on that Mirage. Multiple instances where Azure found himself flanking through CT spawn, whether it was putting pressure towards the window side or flanking, actually making it into B and converting a 3 versus 5 impossible scenario. So he's certainly bringing this flair to 100 Thieves to find space, find ground, find map control, and communicate it to the rest of the squad. And it's definitely been successful so far.
Well, let's hear from the 100 Thieves camp now and see what they're thinking.
Yeah, definitely in the past we've had some struggles against EG, but I think lately we've found our feet against them, and yeah, we feel really confident against them. I don't know, it just feels like whenever they played us in the past, they had this like overwhelming confidence against us because they never lost us in a long time.
Grat coming back in for more towards a boiler as well. Third player even here. Grat can now look elsewhere because Liaz has got their attention fixated. 2 kills, going in for a spray, and he's going to mop up 3. Him and Grat shut it down.
I don't think it's a 50-50 game against EG. I think lately we do have the advantage just because we've won the last like 3 BO3s in a row and we're all feeling confident and good against them. They're probably a little bit shaky, but they do have 5 like very good individual players, and any day any of them can, you know, fucking pop off and destroy us. So, you know, we can't exactly count them out, but I do think we're favored. Maybe like a 60-40, 65-35, something like that.
Liaz, he's such a chat in it, man. I love it. And you know what, one thing is, I remember doing an interview with him back at the Berlin Major, and when they finally got eliminated, he was so torn up by his individual performance. And one thing that really noted for me was the desire and the passion this guy had to win, which is why I'm so happy to see he's been having some really standout performances. Something has definitely clicked in this young man.
Yeah, no, if you think back, maybe, yeah, probably since the Berlin Major, the one player that's had the biggest rise in terms of just individual performances is Liaz. And that's definitely done something to the team. Again, it's something that both of you have alluded to, you know, earlier on in the segment, the fact that we are kind of used to having 100 Thieves being pretty reliant on what JKS does, and that's you know, that's where you start, that's where you finish, depending on how he plays. And now with Liaz coming into the fray, Jacob as well, you know, having solid string of games and everything, 100 Thieves becomes a much more difficult team to actually tackle. And it's that kind of magic limit, having 3 productive players pretty much in and out of every game. That makes you actually a contender compared to just being, you know, a very good team. And I think that's what we're seeing with 100 Thieves as well.
Now, last time these 2 teams faced off against each other, we got Dust 2, we got Inferno, we got Nuke. We know the map pool has changed for 100 Thieves, but let's see where this Veto is going to go. Do you guys expect that overpass pick to come out?
I don't.
Yeah, I don't think OG is going to allow it.
Ooh.
Oh, but...
Okay.
Okay.
Easier picking
Wow.
into it. All right.
Okay. I like this. This is Stanislaus saying, you know what, the desk have been complimenting Chet for having cojones, and I'm going to bring it right back out at them. So I like this. I like this a lot.
I respect it, right? Because, you know, yesterday, we know Cloud9 can play overpass very well. So we actually saw 100 Thieves look at it and say, okay, cool, we'll just ban out ourselves. And then they don't pick it this time. They go for the Vertigo, which actually EG can play themselves, despite obviously the score lines and stuff. Maybe it's been closer than what it shows out on there. But this overpass pick is very interesting. You know, Stan has a master plan when it comes to it. And well, look, we can see the breakdown here of all how the maps have gone for 100 Thieves over the last few months.
Yeah, no, again, and it's quite the change up really in Veto from what we saw versus Cloud9 for 100 Thieves, for example. They actually decided to ban out the map they picked versus Cloud9.
Yeah.
Again, we know them to be in the past a pretty decent Mirage team, and again, they might have had a little bit of hitting the confidence in terms of just how good they feel on that map. But I've kind of figured if they're willing to pick it versus Cloud9, they shouldn't necessarily be too scared of playing it versus EG either. But yeah, this Veto definitely threw me for a loop.
Yeah, it's a wild one, right? And I think like with 100 Thieves, Vertigo could be very interesting because we saw ET be able to play it to a high standard, but they've just not been able to get the wins on it. But I actually, looking at this, before we even got onto the show, I was saying, this is probably going to be 2-0 100 Thieves. I think we could go all 3 maps here. What do you guys reckon?
I have to agree with you. That Vertigo, firstly, the Mirage Veto is throwing me for a loop, but even this Vertigo pick coming out, it's certainly throwing me for a loop as well, because EG, although their record isn't the best on it, I mean, they took Gen G, I believe the scoreline was 13-16. They should have actually potentially won that map if a couple of rounds went their ways. And Gen G, they're so practiced on that Vertigo. So certainly EG, they're no strangers to this map. And I gotta say, they certainly have some confidence on this map as well. So this series is looking a lot closer than I thought prior to this segment here.
Now we're about to give our predictions, but everyone at home, you can go to DreamHackPick'em.com and you can start making your picks as well. Try and beat Scrawny out because we definitely don't want him winning this stuff at all. So Potter, starting with you, which way do you think this series is going to go?
Man, I'm gonna agree with Liaz here. I do think that they are favored coming to this series, so I'm gonna pick 100 Thieves here, but he's not wrong. I mean, if these EG heavy hitters show up, then it's certainly gonna be a challenge, but 100 Thieves, they should win this one.
Then.
Yeah, no, same mindset, really. I think 100 Thieves should be the stronger team coming into this, if you talk about forum or just within the matchup between the two teams as of late. So starting with 100 Thieves as well.
I got to say as well, we're going 100 Thieves all the way. These guys are dominating it, but I'm looking forward to 3 maps. But we're going straight to a break, guys. And then when you come back, Scrawny and Lawless, they'll be hot on the mic to take you through this incredible series. Let's get ready.
What's up, DreamHack? We're back. Scrawny and Launders coming in hot for a little North American action, and we have 100 Thieves, Evil Geniuses. Launders, I want you real quick. Tell me why this matters.
Why does this inconsequential match matter? One team is 0-2, one team is 2-0, but these teams have beef. Okay, I'm not going to cast this game without drawing some storylines. If either of these teams phone it in, they are not professionals. Chat does not want to lose to EG after a scathing twit longer. Thieves, since Blast, where they beat them, have been 3-0 versus EG, where Stan said they were predictable. And EG have another tournament coming up next week, and they just picked up Zeus. There are a lot of reasons why both these teams should want to win, and if they don't, they should feel bad.
And we'll make them feel bad. Don't you worry. That's what we are here for. All right, 100 Thieves to the CT side, Vertigo first, Overpass next, the 2 guaranteed maps that are going to set to unfold. My goodness, did 100 Thieves look great yesterday when they dismantled Cloud9. I was coming into that matchup with really high hopes for the boys in blue, and the Aussies put an end to it. So let's see if they can also just batter Evil Geniuses while they're down in the dirt. It's this 3 versus 5 towards the B site that wants to get moving, but Breeze, he's just going to cool his jets for a bit here because Tarek feels like he also has an opening, and he's also the bomb carrier, so he's kind of more important.
He's a valuable target, so he can't pull off this lurk without a little bit of help. 100 Thieves seem aware of the threat, pushing to good spots. Jacob, does he hit the 1-tap?
One can only hope, but I think he's going to get mollied out by Stan. Flashbang goes past the corner as well, so that's not going to blind any of the T's coming in on short. They do take down a body, and Breeze looks to grab himself another, but no. It's another excellent flashbang from Stan. This time Tarek is able to take off ahead, and they're just looking for these last 3 frags, all coming in from the same direction. Stanislaw and Tarek each grabbing themselves one more. It's all on Gratisfaction, and he's down. 3v5 in the pistol. Awesome stuff from EG.
One Molotov to rule them all. That one from Stan was perfect on Jacob. It allowed Tarek to open up the site completely. The patience seemed to have paid off. He could have taken that bomb into the site too early on the lurk and lost the whole round. They actually pulled it off 3v5. If that doesn't fire you up, I don't know what does. 100 Thieves are going to be really pissed off about this. They are now going to buy up. They've got a lot of utility. They've afforded themselves one SMG and are going to fall back on a lot of their utility to try to delay, maybe get some damage in. Scary round here for EG, although they have 3 rifles.
Ooh. A little grenade damage here versus Cirque. He's going to look to dunk a frag of his own, but Azure dodges that one, sees it coming from a mile away. Gratisfaction at the base of the A ramp. He has a duel versus Ethan, and CZ versus Mac-10 at this kind of a range. Well, you know what? Gratisfaction's happy to stick around here, but there are more players coming to help Ethan. Definitely not wanting EG to give away guns for free. He doesn't decide to aggress this on his own, but Cirque makes him feel a little more confident. That's both of the Mac-10s playing up ramp, but Gratisfaction's gone.
Will not know if this is some kind of honeypot by the CTs. We have peeled back into the site. They don't know if there's a stack awaiting them. Ethan will be first contact up the ramp. They're using their 2 low-value targets here with just the Mac-10s to try to scout for information. Good kill by Cirque. Opens things up. That was Gratisfaction, who was peeking down the ramp. And it looks like the CT's attention has been drawn largely towards mid and B.
And so, Evil Genius is going to move this one forward here. We get that execution off the utility, as seen previously in the pistol. Tarek going to be planting. JKS not going to do any kind of wall damage with that gun. Little ump shooting peas. But they're going to peel off from this one. Mohan, I got my haircut in this shirt, and I accidentally put it back on, so the tiny little hairs are picking my back. I'm going to leave you alone for 30 seconds, okay? Please, be right back.
You just made all the viewers uncomfortable at home who have to remember what that feels like. These days, when you go to the barber, they tie the towel on tight, and it allows you to get the haircut and leave. It's always nice to get a wash, nice massage from the bar. Wow, some of these small things that really made life amazing that we don't get anymore. Wait, how's he going to the barber? You have your barber's open?
No, sir. I would not do such a foolish thing.
Okay.
My mom helped me.
Your mom helped? Did your mom cut your hair?
She did. She did. Loud and proud, but
I've cut my dad's hair once.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
Hope
and
you
my
had
own,
fun.
yeah.
You guys bond? Did you shave his back hairs too while you were at it?
We're not a hairy people, actually. We're like a hairy clan, a hairy family. For some reason, I mean, I have lots of hair on my legs for some reason, but I have no hairs on my chest. I'm like a reverse Moses, really. You know, lots of hair on my head, no hair on my chest.
Nobody's hairier than Chad Sponge Burchill, and that's where we leave that.
Yeah, no, we've got the same legs. You're referring to him waxing his legs? That content is still available on the internet that you can go and watch. I think it was done for charity.
Movember, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if it is safe for work, but you can go and see Chad's waxed legs if you'd like, if you put in the correct words into Google.
You know, a little bird told me that he actually just kept shaving them out of just preference.
Listen, I shave them because I think it improves my lap time. You know, it allows me to be more aerodynamic.
Yeah, just like Jacob. Boosted up, on short, nothing stopped him. Insta-deeg. I love these boosts. I feel like because of the wooden walls that used to be on short A, people really got away from those boosts because it was so easy to just like spam damage back through to catch them. But with the metal wall, even if you do catch a boost, it's hard to punish them on the retreat. So very cool to see it coming back in, and there's variations of it. But alas, we do have Evil Geniuses working over towards the B site. Jacob takes down Ethan elsewhere. Breeze looking to make this space. It is the 5v3, but it's starting to get cut down. JKS in now. SMG not going to be enough, but Jacob moving forward with the Deagle. Tarek's giving that cover, and it's enough to get it down to the 2v1. A Deagle ace is on the cards. Jacob, this is hard, but he still got it. Unbelievable pistol play. 100 Thieves puncturing through the scoreboard.
Oh my God, Jacob rescuing them from the depths. How tilted would they have been to lose another 3v5? And it seemed so likely. brought to you by the fact that, of course, Jacob has to get every kill by himself. Yes, they only had pistols, but they were saving armor and recycling it and still couldn't help him out. They got onto the site, and Breeze looked like he was about to have one of those mid-rounds that he always has, where he disregards how many players are left on his team and gets 3 kills despite having every disadvantage in the book. And yet, 100 Thieves pull that back.
And Breeze's response was to copy-paste big dick in all chat. That's his answer to that. Jacob, you've destroyed Evil Geniuses, and you did it in the 3rd round of this map. That is unreal. Right into the gun round as well. That's the beauty of it. It's a boost to the CTs, but Evil Geniuses, that's not going to break them. If anything, it should fire them up. You're going to let somebody like that get away with something twice? You'd hope not. Tarek on the entry, looking for the CT overside of the sandbags. Gratisfaction's in such a dangerous position, yet he still comes up with 2 kills. And there's more to be had if he wants to force the issue, but he knows the advantage they hang on to, so he's just going to fall back into the site.
You gotta love the patience to stay up there, and the composure to not move very much and just rely on the flashes. Doesn't freak out at all. It's a kind of calmness that you love to see out of Gratisfaction. EG, search and respond. Nades will come out. 3-on-4 situation. We've seen EG get out of worse.
Grat still posted. That same Molotov to interrupt his boost. This has been a consistency in the A hits. That's wall bangable, but he's so damn blind. I'm sure he's not even certain if he's still alive, but he unfreezes himself, starts rattling those op shots down range, hoping to catch somebody. And Stanislaw, well, they heard those shots connect to his chest, so he has to retreat quickly. He has 20 HP, Ethan on 48. It's really just Cirque on 100 health, and the utility now all in the back pocket of 100 Thieves. There's even little team stabs coming in. Oh, that's not going to make Ethan's job any easier. He's the first of the last 3 to fall. JKS's spray good for 1. Azure sticks bomb as Grat gives cover, and that's a 3-piece from Gratisfaction's op. Double for JKS. And another round for 100 Thieves.
Ooh, it came close though. It really did. The setup onto the bomb site was perfect. The 2 flashes on Gratisfaction, this allowed him from spamming the default box, as he pointed out, for 3 shots that he could have taken potentially to deny the bomb plant. The flashes were perfectly spaced. They were perfectly placed to cover the right amount of angles. EG's utility usage towards A is terrifying right now. And Gratisfaction nearly ended the round early.
Ooh, USV is going to work wonders
right now, yeah.
Azure comes in to help quickly. Evil Geniuses just trying to fluster the players on the top of mid. Breeze, in the meantime. Nice Tech 9.
We got to have some updated Tech 9 stats. How many people have switched? Because it seems like a lot of people are drinking the Kool-Aid these days.
Yeah, it's happening. I think there's an element of nostalgia, too. I mean, the gun is in a very good place, but it also just feels nice. That doesn't feel good. Liaz wallbang to kill Breeze and seal off this 5th round. So sure enough, 100 Thieves down 0-2, and then swinging 3 in a row to get themselves that early lead.
I like this because it feels like they're both hitting heavy right now. Really good utility usage from EG, but the responses are great from 100 Thieves, and staying calm is big, and you love to see Gratisfaction having a good map. We've talked about him a lot, and we've seen him play well. We've seen him be inconsistent. And, that's a new setup for the flash. You don't have to stand on top of the rail and give Connor Vertigo.
I appreciate it.
Ramp. Yeah, no one's actually pushed up close here. Ethan, how far does he want to go off this information? He maybe assumes they're not going to anticipate someone going that far up. Another well-timed boost, though.
Perfect. He even sees the second, but, again, doesn't want to shade away there. And then you get this desperate wallbang fight. And this used to work way better than it does nowadays. Gratisfaction welcomes Cirque into the peak. Breeze next in line. 3 members up for Evil Geniuses. Again, they're trying to play off of that deeper utility. And they actually punish JKS, who got a little adventurous there towards short.
Yeah, he was a bit frisky, wasn't he? I don't know how that duel came about, but it does bring it 1 step closer for EG, although they're so low on HP.
Jacob's still working with a nice angle. Could catch Stan, and yeah, sure enough, he's playing with the minimum, and yet still able. 2 bodies up for Evil Geniuses, both of weak on shaky legs. Satisfaction waits for the smoke to fade. He gets flashed. That's a good push pass. Breeze. Big double. They find that timing, and they found the counter-terrorists all clumped up. Now that bomb's been dropped. So Ethan, he doesn't have a choice but to either save or force this fight. Jacob pops up, takes his head, and finds the 4th round on the board for 100 Thieves.
You've got to laud the effort. It was an amazing flash. It allowed Breeze to light it up, give them their best chance back into the round. Another 2v4 comes close. The hold is nice, though, man. Jacob looks super solid. Grat looks super solid. Liaz went as far to say as he felt like this was a 65-35 matchup before this game started, somewhere around there. And again, you know, we go back a few months. Last time that they met on LAN, it was EG to win the series, and for Stan to say that he felt like 100 Thieves don't change enough when they play against them. Well, now they've got your coach, so things might change a little bit.
By choice as well. There's no kidnapping.
No, for sure. Yeah, it wasn't like a poaching situation, you know. But that's what I want to see. You know, you want to see the blood boiling in this match to make sure to claw back every single round. I think in terms of pride, there's a lot on the line. And for 100 and for EG specifically, they've just got to get back into good form. We've had conversations in the Twitter sphere just about how important confidence is recently. And, you know, your confidence doesn't come from anywhere. If you lose a lot of matches, your confidence goes.
Liaz hears the footsteps stampeding towards him. Knows a man gets past, so good job here by Evil Geniuses to fluster the defense, but Jacob's looking solid today. 11 kills, 3 in this one, shutting down that chaotic push that Evil Geniuses timed very nicely. You could see Liaz, he had way too much to handle, and so that gave them something, a little bit of footwork towards the bomb site, but the firepower bests the pretty footwork, and that's a 5th round. 100 Thieves, 3-point lead, looking strong. Evil Geniuses are going to come back in with another buy. Let's see if it's enough this time. But right now, we need to see the activation of Cirque and Ethan. That's 2 players for EG, still on only 1 kill.
Jacob bringing that Norwegian Viking strength here into this series, looking amazing. Absolutely amazing. Unstoppable. And Grat back to mid. Open angle as they'll peek into him. Cirque looks like he's going to give up the kill for oh, no. That's okay. Unfortunate for Tarek. The flash thrower ends up dying to Gratisfaction. There's no trade there as his angle was a bit too tight, and now he'll get to move back around into heaven, and Cirque hasn't moved out this far yet.
Flashbang Molotov, Stan and Breeze just confidently chilling out at the base of B, but now they're going to peel away from this. Stanislaw the bomb carrier. I think what you brought up about the interview back in February, where Stan said that, you know, 100 Thieves are seen as kind of an easy opponent because they don't adapt, because they are the same. I think that's big words for a team that actually, you know, didn't hit the same heights as Evil Geniuses across 2019, but has survived longer now at this point. Taking some damage there, Cirque. Denied any footing from the boost. Jacob has come to play today. 14
Seriously.
frags, 8 rounds deep.
Yeah, we barely just got started, and Stan, yeah, he's scratching his head. They could have gone towards A. It was only JKS allowed or to come up here, but then Evil Geniuses decided to lurk back a little bit. Vertigo, you know, a new map between these two teams in terms of their head-to-head, and there's a lot to be discovered. But at the moment, even though Evil Geniuses look like they have some nice tactics, and they're looking pretty competent in the 3vx situations, their opening kills have almost never worked out, and 100 Thieves are able to capitalize because of their players like Jacob and Gratisfaction specifically. He's putting themselves in all the right spots. You know, that round, a bit unfortunate that Tarek dies trying to flash as well as bait a shot, running right into the shot after Grat's blind. I mean, basically pulling the trigger for him here. This is, you know, a situation where Grat would have shot and fallen back if Tarek, even if Tarek hadn't peeked and allowed Cirque to move up a little bit. But not getting that opening kill is working heavily against them. Breeze?
What? Oh, backstabbed.
Do you take that much from a teammate's backstab?
I think so, man.
Holy smokes.
It's got to be a right click.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Otherwise, it's malicious intent. If that's left clicked, he must have left clicked 3-4 times. That's when you go to jail forever.
Damn, man.
Yeah, that's
Evil
when you don't
Genius
get
is not
bailed.
giving themselves the best chance. This is a position that I feel like we're seeing more and more often. We just had a player boosted into it. If we get JKS challenge, we'll see it. But no, he already gives up the boost on the back of the A site because B is the commitment. Tarek's going to be playing close green. Could line up a bunch of bodies. Big spray from Tarek. He takes 3 players with him, but it is still even regardless of his best efforts. JKS and Jacob, 2 of the hardest hitters for 100 Thieves versus Stanislaw and Ethan. There goes the first one. Over the top of the smoke, Jacob finds the angle he'd hoped for. And Ethan needs more kills in this round than he has gotten in the last 8. He finds nothing. Cheeky position from JKS and Jacob, getting eyes over smoke and laying down the law. Awesome effort here from Tarek. He gets the player in the back first and then clears the closer, who were distracted with his teammates, but nothing more from Evil Geniuses other than that.
Imagine having Tarek get a 3K spray down on your site, you not winning the round. You have a commitment to the execute where you get all of the important parts of the map. You just have to clear back generator. Tarek didn't seem like he could rely on his teammates to help him out. He takes matters into his own hands, destroys Gratisfaction, who got the opening kill, his teammate who's helping him out, a 3rd player rotating in. He gets killed by a 4, so he gets information, and they still lose with the site. They don't get the bomb planted. They let their smokes go up. It's like a execute with a half commitment. And it was great flashes to get them to that point. And they had every single one of those CTs in a bad spot together in the same spot behind the generator. And they still just couldn't go ahead with the plan. Plant the bomb, get better post-plant spots, and go from there.
Got a little tech issue here. Nobody fret. Do not worry. Enjoy the Parkour World Championships that we have the chance of enjoying.
How's Dirk hurt already?
I think he's from fall damage because they're hopping around T-spawn.
Oh, okay.
But he definitely had 100 health, like everybody else, when 100 Thieves asked for the tech. So
okay.
They all screamed off in all chat.
No absurd Sparkles wallbang this round?
No, sir. Nothing too wild. Azur Pepe Hands. 100 Thieves had 3 of the top 4 rated players in DreamHack Masters North America before yesterday. They now have all 4.
Azur Pepe Hands. I like the title comes in at the end. That's funny. Yeah, all 4. Wow. And as Banks brought up on the desk, they've been getting better and better, winning by narrow margins to looking more and more strong. And yeah, it fuels this conversation about the coach in a world where we only get tertiary information on how good coaches are. We all speculate, but then we hear things like this team wasn't doing demo reviews, and that makes you question things. And then you hear this coach has got to be good. This coach is probably not as good as we think. It's all conjecture and speculation. And I contribute to that. I mean, we all do. We have to. You know, incomplete information, you still have to make judgment calls. But it's always interesting when we find out like a new fact, and also the results weigh heavily on how good a coach is. You know, Zonic, ultimately, how much do we really know about Zonic? But we do know he's running the best team in the game, so we laud him as the best coach. Almost, you know, by any meaningful metric, results tower above everything else, really. So this is why this game can be very important.
I would like to get your thoughts. And if it's long-winded, then take your time with answering this. But
I love shouting bad opinions without thinking.
Yeah, Chet's twit longer about getting cut from Evil Geniuses and his departure from that team. You know, I believe you said it was scalding. So we'll wait for a round that it's time to talk about it, because right in the moment, Evil Geniuses are trying to stampede into the B site yet again. Azur, in the thinnest of cover on that bomb site, locks it all down.
Yeah, I mean, I root for drama no matter what, and so I just appreciate the transparency. I went with scathing, but it was a scalding hot twit longer as well. I think both describe it well. But I mostly just like him plainly saying things, and I like it from both sides. You know, when I got to talk to Stan, he was able to give his side, and everybody needs to remember there's always 2 sides to the conversation, and you're always going to be biased towards the player that you like more, or whatever, whoever you want to believe. But from his end, you know, is twit longer? It wasn't a pretty outlook for what he shared as his perception of the team vibe and his relationship to Stan and Tarek, which I think just makes things juicier. Even if it was all a lie, I'm down for some WWE and Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike, where the results don't matter and everything's scripted.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first. Grat looking to slam back a couple T's if they dare peek him on short. There has been a consistency from Evil Geniuses in the wall of smokes they throw up here, and 100 Thieves playing behind it. You know, it's been very infrequent that we actually get those deep A ramp fights that some of the other teams in North America right now are really trying to fight for. I love Furia, for example, Evil Geniuses,
Cloud9
being another one, and yes, the boys in blue. But 100 Thieves happy to just give him up the site. Looks like Jacob's going to throw himself forward as he probably feels like they are right here on the other side. Almost the three-piece. Cirque with the point-blank quickscope gets the trade frag in the end, but it does still cost 2 bodies, and it definitely tells the CTs exactly what's up. So with a single smoke and Molotov left on Cirque, I bet you they use those pieces of utility to try and ensure the bomb plant. They need more money. Hell, they need more rounds, but that leaves a gap. Grat misses the chance. JKS coming out wide for the trade. 2 kills to his name, looking for the third. Breeze still fighting at that 6-second mark. Now he's gonna have to actually stick the bomb, and he is doomed. Azur comes flying through. 9 rounds for the Thieves.
Not a chance in hell. If they could throw bodies, is the problem with the amount of time left to also plant the bomb before they lose. Jacob, dude, this guy, he is on another level of confidence right now. We see that last moment, he doesn't continue walking. He takes a fast step knowing exactly what's coming his way. Wonder if he would have even gotten blind if he hadn't taken that step, because he had full vision, allowed him to get the 2K spray down. It was a bit wonky because, you know, there's players popping out of a smoke left, right, and center, but he gets too easy. And Grat, another great opening tag. I mean, Cirque's low. It's, oh, he doesn't have an op either, so yeah, matters a whole lot, and matters even more now that the grenade can complement the tag so well. Another fantastic grenade on Stanislaw.
And that's just going to activate them. They're just going to try to charge forward. The longer they stick around, the more health they seem to lose. So chewing through the defense seems to be the solution, but Tarek can't manage. Azur's going to get the best of him, and Ethan on half health easily dies to the nade. 2 frag grenade kills, not to mention all that softening damage we also saw. The utility from the Thieves looks fantastic.
Jacob has 19 kills. This half's not over. He's looking for one of his most fantastic first half performances that we've seen in a long time. And yeah, there's still 3 rounds to go. And this might be another ADR collecting round for Jacob if they run at him.
What a scary concept. You know, like right now with the North American scene kind of in limbo and all of the standings we've had in the last year kind of out the window, well, what if 100 Thieves become the very best of what we've got? It's the Australian takeover, and I kind of like it. Breeze is going to try to charge forward here. That Deagle on the front line. Jacob dealing with middle very easily. Him, Azur, JKS, it's all coming together. And this is that conversation we have with 100 Thieves, right? I believe you put it so elegantly yesterday. They are greater than the sum of their individual parts.
And
right
they're
now,
one
with
of the
everybody,
only examples that we have that we kind of unanimously agree on. You know, that the talent doesn't make sense when you look at the results. Now, that is obviously an opinion, of course. You know, I want to preface by saying that, but certainly a lot of people feel that way. That like for the talent that 100 Thieves have, they have like pretty incredibly consistent and results that make you feel like they're punching above their weight sometimes.
So a team whose team play, in its essence, never seems to slip. You know, individual form can cost them on certain matches maybe, but it's always at least good Counter-Strike.
And especially scary now that, you know, Gratisfaction is a game like this. Jacob looks like a legitimate superstar, and Liaz in this event, as well as just recently, has been almost averaging 100 AR a series.
Whoa, Jacob gets the AK headshot for 97 damage. A rarity. Still all fun. We get that boosted position again. I'm excited to see if this one comes into fruition. JKS up on that box. It doesn't give you any cover, but it does give you a nice angle towards ramp, and then you have to fall forward and tuck into the elevator. So you can be caught if the terrorists are really quick, but it's one of those unsuspecting positions, I feel, seeing as it's coming into use more often now than ever. Kind of spots like this as well, you know? The new ones.
The great part about, the fresh stuff, the produce. Now, what's nice is that when you do a boost like that, you can just fall back and you have cover. Also, you get 2 new angles to work with. Oh no!
Flash.
The flash.
Even then, no. Oh wait, no. JKS did damage as well, so it would have taken precedent. But here comes Tarek again, close up like a landmine on these bomb sites. He goes to the top rope and fumbles. Breeze nowhere to be found, both in this round and kind of the scoreboard for one of the stars and the consistencies of EG. It's not coming out here today.
Feels like they've got half a game plan. They won a couple of those early rounds because of Breeze, you know, while they were already down on players. They had a couple of cool tactics to allow them to get bomb plants, to make the most of unfavorable situations. But they're not doing great on some of these rounds where like they have B site, they still don't commit properly. Oh, there's a lot of footsteps. Hers Gratisfaction has aggressive eyes down mid. Flashes land in the face of Evil Geniuses. And as good as Evil Geniuses grenades have been to get into the sites, the counter grenades have been fantastic for 100 Thieves as well. The boost timings over the A ramp have been on point. They've been dropping grenades that have resulted in frags more than occasionally. And that's just one layer to their defense.
Jacob Smoke up close. Ooh, he's gonna go inside of it, take shots, and the double. This man is cerebral at the moment. 24-5 in 15 rounds of Counter-Strike, and there's no reason that he doesn't get these next 2 players either. He's low HP, so he shouldn't, but he shouldn't have gotten away with a lot of things so far.
That's true. I feel like he even used that Molotov to just bait his presence out, to draw in the spray. Is that Jacob peeking that? Yeah, it is up top.
Ooh, Gratisfaction bags 1 and the last one too. 13 rounds for the Aussies at the end of the first half. Let's just let this one slip into a break, come back, and hopefully Evil Geniuses are here to play.
Turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time for relaxing. Be the first in, last out, make it happen. We gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time for relaxing. Be the first in, last out, make it happen. Rise up, it's no time to lay low. Turn dreams into cream, get your pesos. Turn those pesos into bankroll, and in no time get the cheese like queso. I used to be the first guy to procrastinate. I used to waste mad time in my mind state. Was like, I ain't got time for the grind, but you never be great without work, let it marinate. I'm waking up and thank God for a good day. I never worry what naysayers gon' say. I take my ideas, put them into high gear. By the end of 5 years, now I'm getting dumb paid. I keep my mind on point, mental kung fu. Won't let nobody tell me what I can't do. I lace my shoes, I'm on the move, I paid my dues. I'm a winner, so I can't lose. We gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time for relaxing. Be the first in, cash out, make it happen. We gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time for relaxing. Be the first in, last out, make it happen. Yo, I'm trying to be a mogul. Have my own brand with my own logo. Make a grand entrance, escorted by Popo. You can call me CEO. Yo, I got dreams so big they obese. I'm trying to make cash money while I'm sleeping. Why it can't happen? No reason. All I gotta do is put the work in, beast it. I'm going all out, baby, till we ball out. When you see me racking up wins, give me more clout. Time short, so I gotta get mine. I'ma grind to the finish line, homie, let's shine. We gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time for relaxing. Be the first in, last out, make it happen. We gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time for relaxing. Be the first in, last out, make it happen. We gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short, no time for relaxing. Be the first in, last out, make it happen. We gotta turn big dreams into action. We gotta mix action with the passion. Time short.
An absolute bloodbath of a first half. 100 Thieves 13 rounds on the CT side of Vertigo. When we were almost done the group stage of North American Masters, the most lopsided score was Team Liquid versus Chaos, the very first map, 16-4. But yesterday, 100 Thieves posted a 16-3 on Mirage versus Cloud9. We lost our minds. We thought this is it, the new North American Messiah. But what if they go one better today and get 3 rounds in a row? A 16-2 blowout is a possibility, but it hinges on this pistol.
And maybe on Jacob. 24-5 in this match so far in 15 rounds. And we look at the talent on EG and you think, how can one man do that? 5 armor bought up here for Evil Geniuses. So they're going to hold, play preventative CS. Allowing a bomb to go down would be the most tragic thing that could happen at this point. Though it's mostly armor bought up for 100 Thieves too. They're here to fight.
And it's only Ethan, so he's not going to fight. He's going to fall back, forfeit the bomb site, now having 2 teammates near him. They're doing some decent damage versus Jacob. Stanislaw, he is on a hot flank, but he's stampeding inwards. Oh, that's why. Just slick flick over to the corner. Azure gets deleted, and Breeze is trying to keep eyes on mid because they're not quite sure if there's the possibility of a T-side
10-second
flank.
defuse.
It's going to be a long one. Ooh, and Gratisfaction, he's dealt with Stanislaw. All the while, CTs now start pushing forward. Bomb already halfway gone. They're really trying to prioritize the short play. Liaz kills them all. And just like that, it's 14-2.
Tell me how Liaz only has 8 kills, and I can remember like rounds that he's played that he basically won it. What a sick pistol round by him. Yeah, they had no chance after they waited so long. I mean, Stan had to walk up. They had to push in. They had to push in and take attention away from Stan. Stan ends up getting walk pushed because they aren't putting pressure on the site, and they don't have a kit to fall back on. There was no way they could win at a certain point there.
If Liaz has played the first 15 rounds only to be here for second pistol, I think it all works out for him. Poor guy hasn't even had a chance to get kills with somebody like Jacob just running around taking headshots all over the place.
Just vacuuming up the ADR, yeah.
Yeah, the Kirby style, you know?
Yeah.
So let's see if... Yeah, a little too much intake.
Yeah.
Settle your exhaust, bud. See if these 4 remaining CTs can actually stop this, because if not, it is 13 map points. And as much as I enjoy the levels of individual Counter-Strike EG can hit, I do not like what I have seen so far on Vertigo.
Of course, of course. Only good things to say about 100 Thieves. Only bad things to say about EG so far. But yeah, they've made the rotate back towards A. It's fast for mid. Jacob, eyes pressed, nose pressed against this. Oh, and Tarek wins it with the CZ. 4-on-4 suddenly. And Bomb doesn't seem to have made a decision. Oh yeah, it's coming up the A ramp now. Grat's in a pretty good spot. But again, the rotations are here.
Little peek around the smoke there. Ethan still able-bodied. 2 counter-terrorists get into short. 25 seconds. This is getting a little bit awkward. Really playing it down to the wire. Somebody's going to have to go back and really make sure short is clear. 15 seconds left. Gratisfaction, he's going to get pinched. And Breeze has his hands on the Galil. 10 seconds. Bomb's got to go, and it's dropped. They've stopped it, or have they? One last frag. 6 seconds. Breeze, he's just trying to hide, trying to find cover. He's getting peppered through the tarp, and JKS takes him. Unbelievable scenes.
He tags him through the tarp on the way down, calling out that he rotated out that way. Could have jumped up.
But you can't hide.
You can't hide with the wall bangs. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
JKS can smell him. 16-2. I mean, there's no way this isn't a 16-2, right?
Justin Savage, and the K is for killer.
At least they have utility. I mean, I'm fishing for a silver lining. You know, it's not the scoreline that makes this match exciting. It's the fact it's so one-sided to 100 Thieves that gets my blood going. So let's really focus on that. A masterclass of Vertigo. You know, there's a world where 100 Thieves walk in today, don't really feel the pressure as they've already topped the group, and it's all fun and lackadaisical. But no, that is not what we got. We've had fireworks for 18 rounds now. And they're about to sink their teeth into this A site, perhaps. They get into the connector. Tarek's down in the bottom, though. He gets his hands on an AK, and they have bomb. 100 Thieves, last round also gave the CTs a chance to keep the game going, and they have it yet again. Can Tarek finish this off?
He'll try his damnedest, but man, I mean, a couple of these rounds look a little bit sketchy for 100 Thieves by how close they're coming. And look how long 100 Thieves are making this round as well. They go back to safely get the bomb. I don't know, was Tarek the one to drop it in that spot? Yeah, okay.
Well, he didn't drop the bomb.
He's trying to lure them back.
Exactly. He got a kill right next to it, got the AK, and immediately left. And you can see them being hesitant because they know he was once there. But he has to predict where they come back to.
This is obviously a huge mind game.
Oh,
and yeah, they're dodging him. Tarek seems to be aware that they're not coming late A, so still a chance. Full nade kit here.
Definitely doable. Bombs planted behind the cover. Hazard's gonna pop right up. Tarek takes him down. Come on, Tarek. Leading by example here for EG. Tapping the bomb, but he is gone. Liaz with the clutch. And just like that, yesterday we thought nothing could be more dominant than the 16-3 on Mirage, but it turns out 100 Thieves know their way around Vertigo as well.
Yeah, that was clear cut. What can you say about that one? Amazing map from Jacom. Liaz, Gratisfaction early on. No chance in hell really for EG. It didn't seem like they had much fight on them by the end of it. Can you blame them? I've never seen 100 Thieves play this well at this tournament so far. Unreal scenes. But listen, there's another map of that. Will it be the same beast, or will Overpass truly make a difference? Remember, the 16-4 that Chaos lost, they reverse swept the series in an upset. So don't you dare go too far. The Counter-Strike continues.